Skol, Vikings faithful. Can you feel the electricity in the air? The 2025 NFL season is almost here, and our Minnesota Vikings are gearing up for a year that could define the franchise. From the buzz around J.J. McCarthy's debut to the looming shadow of a 2026 salary cap crisis, there's so much to unpack. Are we on the verge of a Super Bowl run, or is trouble brewing on the horizon? Let's dive into the heart of Vikings Nation with a massive question. Can our boys in purple finally bring home that elusive Lombardi trophy? The team's got a stacked roster, new talent, and a quarterback ready to make waves. But whispers of cap trouble in 2026 could shake things up. Stick with me as we break down the latest Vikings news and what it means for our season. Here's the deal. We're starting with the biggest storyline, J.J. McCarthy's rookie debut. After sitting out much of last season, the kid from Michigan is ready to sling it. But before we get there, let's talk about why 2025 could be a make-or-break year for the Vikings. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's got you hyped for this season? J.J. McCarthy is the name on every Vikings fan's lips. Selected 10th overall in the 2024 NFL Draft, this kid's got the arm, the brains, and the heart to lead our offense. After a knee injury sidelined him for his rookie preseason, he's back and ready to take the reins in 2025. Vikings.com reports that McCarthy's been lighting up training camp, showing poise and precision that's got Coach O'Connell grinning ear to ear. But it's not just about JJ. The Vikings bolstered their roster with some serious talent, including edge rusher Dallas Turner and a slew of free agent signings like Jonathan Allen and Byron Murphy Jr. These moves scream contender status. But here's the kicker. Can McCarthy gel with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison to create an unstoppable offense? The potential is there, with Jefferson's record-breaking hands and Addison's speed. So what's the vibe in Vikings Nation? Are you all in on McCarthy as QB1? Or do you think Sam Darnold should get another shot? Let's hear it in the comments, because this quarterback battle is heating up, and the 2025 season is about to explode. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Justin Jefferson's massive contract. In June 2024, our superstar wideout signed a 4-year, $140 million extension, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Spotrac notes that $88.7 million is fully guaranteed at signing, with a modest 2025 cap hit of $15.3 million. That's a steal for a guy who's racked up 5,899 receiving yards since 2020, the most by any player in their first 4 seasons. But here's where it gets spicy. That cap hit jumps to a whopping $38.9 million in 2026, and by 2028, it's $47.5 million. The Vikings structured this deal to keep flexibility now, but it's a gamble for the future. Pair that with big contracts for guys like Brian O'Neill and T.J. Hawkinson, and we've got a cap crunch looming. Can GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah work his magic to keep this roster intact? What do you think, Vikings fans? Is Jefferson's deal worth every penny, or are we paying too much for one player? Drop your hot takes below, because this contract is a game-changer for our future. Speaking of the salary cap, let's get real about 2025. According to Over the Cap, the Vikings are sitting pretty with $23.5 million in cap space as training camp kicks off. That's enough to make some moves, maybe snag a veteran quarterback or bolster the secondary. But here's the twist. Experts like Luke Norris from the Viking Age are waving a red flag about 2026, when we could be a staggering $60.8 million over the cap. Why the negative number? It's those escalating cap hits from Jefferson, O'Neill, Hawkinson, and others. By 2026, 7 players will have cap hits over $20 million, compared to just 2 this year. That's a recipe for tough decisions, cuts, restructures, or maybe even trading a fan favorite. The Vikings could roll over some of this year's cap space to soften the blow, but it's a tightrope walk. What's your take, Skol Nation? Should we spend big now to chase a ring, or save up for 2026? Hit the comments and let's debate, because this cap situation is giving me chills. Let's zoom out and look at the big picture. The Vikings are legit contenders in 2025. Last season, they finished strong, and with new additions like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, our defense is looking nasty. Vikings.com highlights that Allen's 3-year, $60 million deal and Hargrave's signing adds serious firepower to our D-line. Pair that with Dallas Turner's speed off the edge, and we're talking about a unit that could terrorize quarterbacks. But it's not just the defense. Our offense is stacked with weapons. Jefferson and Addison are a dynamic duo. TJ Hawkinson is back from injury, and Aaron Jones is still running like a man possessed. The question is, can McCarthy tie it all together? If he can, we're looking at a team that could go toe-to-toe with the NFC's best, like the Eagles or Lions. Skull fans, are we sleeping on this roster, or is it Super Bowl or bust? Drop your predictions in the comments. I'm calling a deep playoff run, but I want to hear from you. Back to that 2026 cap nightmare. Zone coverage reports that the Vikings' free agency spree in 2025, nearly $300 million spent, has put us in a precarious spot. While we've got $30 million in effective cap space for 2025 after accounting for draft picks, 2026 is a different beast. We're projected to be $41 million over the cap, even if we roll over every penny from this year. The good news? The Vikings have options. Restructuring Jefferson's deal could free up $19 million alone, and contracts for players like Byron Murphy and Will Fries are built with flexibility in mind. But here's the scary part. Pushing money into the future only delays the pain. If we don't plan carefully, we could lose key pieces of this championship-caliber roster. What's the move, Vikings Nation? Should we restructure now or cut players later? Let's get this convo going in the comments, because the clock is ticking on our cap situation. Let's switch gears and talk about the vibes in Minnesota. Training camp starts July 20th for rookies and quarterbacks, with the full squad reporting on July 22nd, per Vikings.com. The energy at US Bank Stadium is electric, with fans buzzing about McCarthy's potential and Jefferson's leadership. This team feels different, like they're ready to prove the doubters wrong after years of almost seasons. Coach Kevin O'Connell is all in on building around young stars like McCarthy and Turner while leaning on veterans like Jefferson and Harrison Smith. The mix of youth and experience is giving Vikings news outlets like the Daily Norseman reason to believe we're on the cusp of something special. But can we stay healthy and avoid the injury bug that's plagued us before? Skull Nation, what's the one thing you want to see from this team in training camp? A locked-in McCarthy? A dominant defense? Drop it in the comments, because I'm pumped to see what this squad can do. Now, let's talk about the NFC North. The Lions are still the team to beat, but the Vikings are closing the gap. With Green Bay and Chicago reloading, this division is a bloodbath. Vikings.com notes that our 2025 schedule includes brutal matchups against Philly, San Francisco, and Kansas City. If we want to make noise, we've got to bring our A game every week. The key could be our home field advantage at US Bank Stadium. Vikings fans, you know how loud we get. Let's make it a fortress in 2025. With Jefferson torching secondaries and our D-line wreaking havoc, we've got a shot to steal the division. But here's the question. Can we finally get over the hump and win those clutch games? What's your bold prediction for the NFC North, Skull fans? Are we taking the crown, or is Detroit still king? Hit the comments and let's talk smack. Viking style. As we wrap up, let's circle back to Justin Jefferson. This man isn't just a player, he's a Vikings legend in the making. His 2024 season, 103 catches, 1,533 yards, and 10 touchdowns, per PurplePTSD.com, proved he's worth every dollar of that $140 million deal. But with great power comes great responsibility. Jefferson's cap hit will shape our roster for years to come. The front office, led by Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, has to play chess, not checkers. They've already shown they can structure deals creatively, like spreading out signing bonuses for Allen and Hargrave. But 2026 is looming, and every move counts. Can they keep this core together while adding the pieces we need to win it all? Skull Nation, do you trust Kwesi to navigate this cap mess? Or are we headed for a rebuild? Drop your thoughts below, because this is the kind of drama that keeps us glued to Vikings news. Alright, Vikings faithful, we're at the finish line, and I'm fired up. The 2025 season is our chance to rewrite the narrative. No more what-ifs. No more heartbreak. With J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, and a revamped defense, we've got the tools to make a Super Bowl run. But that 2026 cap situation is a dark cloud we can't ignore. Let's make this season one for the ages. Skol Nation. Get to US Bank Stadium, scream your hearts out, and let's show the NFL what Vikings pride is all about. What's your biggest hope for 2025? Drop it in the comments, and let's keep this energy alive. If you're as pumped as I am, smash that like button, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with every fan in your crew. Skol Vikings. Let's go win it all.